Everybody, welcome to the Cow's channel because it's time for a Cow's opinion, where I, the gaming cow, go over the latest and greatest and hopeful stories that are going through. A non-negative story on this channel? Crazy! But that is what we may actually have for once, because Xbox has started the integration of Activision Blizzard, and they may not be keeping those two brands together based on recent reports. So let's talk about that. Recently, Xbox had a welcome event for Blizzard. They visited their headquarters in Irvine, California for the first time after they bought Activision Blizzard in the $69 billion with a B dollar deal. I keep saying that a lot, and I like to say that a lot, you guys. And there's been some interesting developments from that low-key affair. Which it wasn't like a massive party or anything like that. It wasn't like a BlizzCon or anything. But Activision's EVP for Corporate Affairs, Lulu Meservey, has been sharing images of the event, which, according to reports from Windows Central, was a relatively low-key affair where Xbox's boss, Phil Spencer, addressed the Blizzard employees. Now, he said that he had no answers, but instead wants to listen to the needs and desires of Blizzard's staff. Spencer said that Microsoft is striving to be a source of trust for Blizzard and wants to enable Blizzard to achieve its visions and dreams. And we have, a couple of the photos here. Just about as much fun as you're going to have at a corporate event. If you ever worked a corporate job like I have, you understand it. Now, multiple members of the leadership team were there and called Blizzard the Pixar of the gaming industry, which, is not an inaccurate thing from its historical achievements and abilities. Recently, you can make easy arguments that it's definitely not Pixar. But here's the thing that I want to talk about. It is perhaps notable that, according to some sources, virtually no Activision branding was present at the event. Now, Meservey does have this prominent logo here on their Twitter. Xbox Plus. But again, I would like to point out that says Xbox. That says Xbox Plus Activision. It does not say Activision Blizzard. And in fact, it's curious that the two, what used to be a singular company, seems to be intentionally split up on their branding. And the former Xbox CVP and current Blizzard press, Mike Ybarra, has also shared images of canvases featuring Blizzard and Xbox branding. Again, separate from Activision. Very, very interesting. Now, we all know what happened to get to us this point. But if you didn't know, here's the quick recap. Activision Blizzard, the massive gaming conglomerate, have been having problems because Blizzard makes great, wonderful, fantastic games when you give them time. But when you don't give them time, you get the garbage that we've been getting. And so in recent years, Activision had been leaning harder and harder and harder on Blizzard to, cut costs, reduce your headcount, get more games out faster, get more transaction stuff, get continuous revenue sources, just not stuff that would necessarily be good for Blizzard-style games. And the quality has slipped. We've seen how Diablo 4's choices have made players really angry. We've seen how the entire existence of Overwatch 2 is just a money cash grab, and it makes players very angry. We've seen Warcraft 3 Reforged literally be sued because the game that they showed was not the game that they released. The quality was noticeably lower. It was buggy. It was terrible. It was just awful. Hearthstone is still fun, as I understand it, but it's not the mega powerhouse it used to be, because that card game is now just like charging tons of money for cards. I mean, they were making tons of money even before those decisions. There are some pack opening videos on this channel that you can go find of the cow happily opening packs, and they actually did pretty well. It's hard on the wallet, but man, it's good for views. I'm not going to lie. So a lot of people were not happy about that dip in quality. Then the pandemic hit, as well as combined with that, frustrations finally boiled over from Bobby Kotick and the rest of Activision leadership. Massive accusations of sexual harassment, mistreating of all employees. I mean, all employees. I've said this joke before, but when the women at Activision Blizzard stood up and said, hey, we're being sexually harassed, and the men stand up and say, hey, we believe these women are being sexually harassed because they're doing some sexual harassment against us too. That's not what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to treat men and women equally. You dumb butts. Trying to keep it polite for the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, I want to say not safe for work term right now. Though sooner Bobby can be gone, and he's only been asked to stay on for a little bit of time. So let's hope that he just leaves. The sooner it will be better. But this is actually a little hopeful, guys. It's the beginning of a new chapter for Blizzard, a 2-year-plus journey, and we couldn't be happier. Onboarding new colleagues at the Blizzard campus. New colleagues unlocked. Oh, Lulu's got some humor. I like that. Good job on her. So again, Xbox finally completed the merger. What happened was that after all those harassment things, Activision Blizzard stock was so low that Microsoft came in, offered $95 a share, which was about close to double what it was at the time of the offer. And much to the surprise of Activision execs and probably Bobby himself, his hand-picked board decided, you know what, we want to take this, and pushed it through. Had to go through the FTC to do it, which was a shock because Microsoft is usually much nicer with the FTC, but they didn't agree with them this time, and they went through them. The Xbox maker now has ownership of Call of Duty, Warcraft, Diablo, Guitar Hero, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Overwatch, Crash Bandicoot, and so many more that we can't even begin to list them all here. It would be a separate video. The amount of franchises we now have in our portfolio is kind of inspiring. It's daunting. Spencer has told the Xbox pod, they have a podcast. I feel that we have to be a great custodian for the content that we touch. These are memories from people on different platforms, different decades. And that is the end of the article. So, the cow's opinion is somewhat hopeful. I mean, look, there's small changes. For instance, Blizzard is doing a blood drive right now where you can get unique rewards in Diablo if you donate blood. And yeah, that's a cool little thing. That's the kind of thing that Blizzard used to do where, hey, here's this nice humanitarian thing you can do and we will reward you for it. So you're starting to see slight changes. The separation of Activision and Blizzard's logos may seem like a small touch to some people, but it's been so long since at these types of events that they haven't been prominently together. And with the mobile division King, which I know we don't talk a lot about King, but trust me, that thing is printing money. Xbox is going to love them to death. The idea that Microsoft might be like, we don't need you guys to be combined anymore. Why don't the Activision people run Activision? Why don't the Blizzard people run Blizzard? And let's have the Pixar of gaming make the high quality stuff and decisions that they used to. I'm not saying it's a lock. I'm saying I'm cautiously optimistic that maybe some good is going to come out of this. And we'll go keep an eye on it here on the channel. But I really did want to just touch base on this because it's pretty soon after the deal closed. And already you're seeing small changes and pushes. If Bobby Kotick leaves in the next couple years end, that would be a pretty big sign that maybe the sun will rise on gaming future. I know. And it's a valid argument, guys. Xbox buying so much stuff recently is not necessarily the best for gaming. But maybe some good can come out of it. Maybe things will be okay. I am hopeful, and we will keep it up. We'll keep it up. We'll keep what up? I'm holding the news media. Apparently, I'm trying to hold it up with something stupid. This is why I can't do news recordings immediately after I get off work, even though it's timely and helpful for you guys to get them same day, even in the evening, because my brain is fried from my day job. No, I am going to keep an eye on this, and we will try to give you as much information as it develops as to what they're doing. Why don't you tell me what you think? is going on. I know that some people aren't happy, but if this is a sign of things to come, Activision and Blizzard being treated as separate entities, letting Blizzard's quality and storytelling and player first focus mindset come back to Blizzard Entertainment, I know you want that. What is the chance that you have? Write it in the comments below. Tell me what percentage you think that this might happen. I don't care if it's 1 or 100 or even 0. Let me know if you think, hey, this is a good sign, or no, Cal, I need a little more. And you know what else you could do? You always know what else you can do. You can play more games, because games are awesome, and you, yes, you, I'm looking right at you. You look great today. Your hair is immaculate. And also, you deserve more awesome. And I'll see you next time.